Yeah, finally, after temperatures today that were way above normal and not that far, believe it or not, from record highs. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Pretty good visibility out there right now. We do have a frontal system approaching. It's not causing any shower activity here locally, but if you're watching us from way up on parts of the northern neck, for example, we've had a solid line earlier as it came downhill, down the mountains, down the foothills. That's a drying air mass when anything is sinking, so it has been tending to fall apart. Still going to see a few of these showers again across parts of the northern neck, maybe up near Tappahannock. Right now we're at 73, so we'll still be about 72 or 73 here in another half an hour. That will go down as the high temperature for tomorrow. So it'll be a little deceiving because it will not be that warm during the afternoon, because right now we have those winds out of the south-southwest. They will be shifting, and the humidity high as well. There's the record 89, and the high today 86 degrees. Even the low of 65, that's only 5 away from a typical average high and way above the average low of 54. So again, stuck in this very mild pattern until the overnight. And then here comes the front. Notice the line of showers first of all, but the big thing, the difference in the wind directions. So as a result, with that front coming in, we'll see the temperatures dropping, and tomorrow I'm going 67 for a daylight high temperature. So the 24-hour high is going to be about 73, then the daylight high temperature about 66 or 67, and then increasingly we'll see those temperatures falling, some of the rain falling at times, some isolated to scattered showers early tomorrow. By late in the day it'll feel like the upper 50s, and then that front sort of lifts back toward us overnight. Little area of low pressure develops. That leads to some occasional showers that may even last into very early in the day on Wednesday, but that'll clear on out. Wednesday afternoon will be breezy but very pleasant. Nice amount of sunshine, and then overnight continue to be mainly clear too. Here's that line again, sort of a broken line right along that front. So we're not going to have huge heavy downpours. Not everybody will see rain, but a few showers late tonight, a little cooler by morning, 67. Tomorrow, 67 for the light high temperature, or daytime high temperature, whatever you want to call it, even though the 24-hour high, as I said, will be warmer than that when you look in maybe your newspaper the next day. Isolated showers with falling temperatures and very low rain chances late in the day, but then increasing rain again tomorrow night with occasional showers, a low of 55, and then 72, 30% chance of rain early on Wednesday, and then clearing during the afternoon, but temperatures only 60 for Thursday, 65 Friday, another 65, and then another pair of 60s. We're supposed to be around 70, so we went from way above to all of a sudden about 10 degrees below several days.
Nothing normal anymore.
Not anymore.
All right, Jeff, thanks so much.